Namaste, everybody, and welcome to a flow yoga class with Aphinya. Thank you for joining in from your safety home, and I pray for your health and your family health. I know that now the situation is seem a little bit more intense. However, being grateful is the antidote of our health, and I want you to do whatever you can to remember to practice that. I am grateful, I have to say this, that for so many of you that are regular in the yoga practice, because the only way that a person can take the time to reflect their day, their isn't my phone making noise, their beauty, their thing that's happened in their life that is good, I cannot help, I'm sorry. It's the only, you have to take the time to reflect. And if you don't practice yoga, if you don't practice meditation, you know that the majority of our society and the media is all about take us out from our inner self, to look at the screen, to look at the news, to look at people Facebook, to look at people Instagram all the time. There's nothing wrong or right about that. But when you overdo it, you will feel sometimes like inadequate because you are lacking of coming back and reflect with what you have and you can be grateful for. So on the board, and actually on my Facebook, I found a quote that I appreciate the meaning so much. It says that if you only look ahead, you miss out the richness of your life unique journey. What a beautiful quote to remember. Seriously. The past, the future, if we just there all the time, it's not only we missing out what's now, what's good about the now. Most of the time we actually set ourselves up to illness, to stress, to being sick, because the past or the future is mostly involve anxiety, involve uncertainty, which means we don't know what's going to happen, and once again is bring out that frustration, overwhelming anger. So thank you for any one of you that taking the time to balance out the practice of being human. Thank you for taking the time to come back and reflect what you can be in the moment grateful for. Having said that, out of breath for a reason, can you take a seat? Close your eyes and breathe deeply in and out through your nose. May we allow the inhalation and exhalation to happen naturally. And let the breath take us back inside ourselves, so we can stay within this body, this mind, this heart. Come back to this breathing and be grateful for the choice that you make to take good care of yourself. Be grateful for the home you have and the warmth that keep you comfortable. Be grateful of how strong you are, how ability you are, how mindful you are toward your own life, unique journey. You be grateful for people you love and they love you. And those strangers who know how to light up your day, no matter what action they choose to share. Allow the body to expand and soften with breath and enrich its moment wholeheartedly. With that in mind, you draw your hands together in front of your heart. May your thumb go into your third eye and you bow down gently. Within this practice today, no matter what ahead, allow yourself to embrace each moment. Allow yourself to respect and honor and surrender into each opportunity. Let it be. With gratitude. May we chant Om 3 times together, please. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Another deep inhale. Hi, love. So you bow your head toward your heart. Release your hands, lift your chin. Open your eyes. On your back, please. Oh, my blocks. Reach long out through your arms and legs. And you just stretch side to side. You stop that and you rock your hips side to side. I really love start the class on the back because it's really a safe place. And you stop your hip, circle your ankle toward one another to gently warming up the body. And then we kind of add the intensity as we come out of the floor, and the body part have to carry more weight. Change direction of your ankle. Windshield wiper. Taya has been singing the same song for 20 minutes already. I most of the time get my back adjusted here and bring your knees together. Inhale, open the knee, let them meet and bring them back. I don't know about you guys. It just always get the back adjustment. And it feels safe when, our back is supported. And change direction. And this is also I feel like it's the best place to move the hip joints because we don't need to have the weight on our legs. Then we bring the arms and the leg up toward the ceiling. Shake. Arms out like wing palm facing up, knees together. Drop them side to side. This is going to be a little bit more for your back. You can make it less or more. It depends on how far the knee is away from your trunk and how much they go toward the floor. Remember to keep your opposite shoulder on the ground and give that priority. And when then your knees go all the way to the right, just go there and roll onto your right side. Come up onto your hands and knees. Right. Put the blanket underneath your knee if you have to. And from here, we're going to go into a circle with the spine. I think it's a good idea if you move in and out from your wrist because we're still warming up our joints. Okay. So then we kind of be gentle with our wrist joint right now. Other direction, please. And you come back center, move your knees together. Drop the hips side to side, please. And let us be grateful of how slowly, gradually, as we move mindfully, the muscles start to, loosen up. Come back center, take child's pose, please. Walk both of your hands to the right. Each axle stretch along the left side of your body. And may your body be supple with the breath, so it's moved up to the sky gently, right? And when you exhale, you anchor your fingertips down and push it away and stretch. Stay right here with yourself. Other side. Bring your hand back center. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, child's pose. Don't forget that the pose in between those two, keep going, is your cat pose, okay? And you listen to the rhythms of your breath and you move according to your own breathing. You try your best to just feel yourself through the practice. Just feel all part. Next exhalation, you go to downward facing dog and take the time to do anything necessary to stretch more on the body part that seem to call for you the most. So that is to stay in the moment. You feel the richness of your tight hamstring and you stretch them. Know that you have the power, but you take times and you be persistent. Next inhalation, we go plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Once again, you go in and out from your wrist mindfully. You have a greater weight to go there. Okay. If they're still tight, you don't need to go all the way to the full flexion. Three more. Next, exhale, come down onto your knees, thread the needle, right hand's under. Left hand is your breathe. We learn how to flow with the energy and the minute in our life, but yet we stay right here, the present. Come up and away from the floor. Let your hand be your foundation, your left hand, and turn your body to the right. Right arm is overhead. Why don't we circle the right shoulder 5 times each direction, please? And then facing the floor, step your right leg forward. Left knee come off the ground, pivot to the left. Feet parallel, hug your shins in, push your thighs apart. Now, elongate the spine to move your hip back and up, your chest forward and down. Remember, no matter how low you are within your own practice. Unfortunately, people who have more flexibility, you have more choices, but it doesn't mean those people are in a better space than us who are tight. You also can find something to do. That's what you practice, being grateful and do what your body can allow you to do. And then one day door will open and you can do more. But we are not worried about that. Carefully turn toward the front of the mat. You're going to launch forward, standing split, kick the leg up to the sky, opening the hip, and then exhale, cross your left leg behind your right leg, cross leg Uttanasana. You have a choice to move left and right, shake your head, being still, do whatever that you think your arms and your shoulder will be benefit from those actions. Inhale, extend your heart forward, knees bend, step your left leg back. We are twisting. Left hands on the floor, left knees on the floor or not is your choice. You twist to the right. Always adjust your foundation if you feel right is the right thing to do. Yeah. Heart go up, belly go down. Exhale, next time you go chest to the floor, right hands come down to the floor, right leg kick back and up, three-legged dog, opening the hip, bend the knee and kick it to the left. And you push your chest through that frame of your shoulder. Extend your right leg, square the hip, come forward to plank again. Exhale, downward facing dog, and we keep moving with the breath. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down. Yeah, see, and the wrist feels so much better. 3 more, please. Last one. And then you bring your knees to the floor and you thread the needle, left hands under. Come up and away from the floor. Balance on your right side. Now your left side is go up toward the sky. 5, shoulder circle on your left shoulder. 4, 5. Other side. Really keep your foundation solid and aligned well, okay? Facing forward. Left leg go forward, right knees come off the floor, pivot to the right, and you make a choice. You can go into your hip stretch. Skandasana. You can go back to do the Pasarika Padottanasana. You can put your head down and see where your headstand is. For us who know, that is your body. I mean, you know when you know it. That confidence of those poses is just stay with you when your body have it. And when we don't have it, we don't have it. It's just that reality. It doesn't mean that you're better than others. It just means that is where, you know, your weakness and your strength and your tightness is, and you appreciate it. Yeah, my hip is tight, definitely. Then when you're done, turn toward the front of the mat, right? And then standing split for a little bit, opening the hip, just move the groin into that opening. And then cross your right leg behind your left leg. Inhale, look up and away from the floor, knees bend, right legs go back. We twist to the left, set up your foundation first. Your right knee can be on the floor. And then twist to the left. Make sure you're solid first. Add challenge on top of those solidity within your own foundation. And then we're facing the floor. Left hands down, right hand to the ground. Kick your left leg back and up. Opening the hips, bend the knee. And then kick it to the right. Be careful with your lower back. You still engage your core here. And then extend your left leg, square the hip, come forward to plank. Inhale, we're gonna lower down mindfully to the floor and get into the pec major. Stretch here. So left leg, left arm extend to the left. Turn your body opening to the right. Other side, please. And roll back onto your belly and your chest, and then you pick your forearm plank pose. You can interlace the hands, or you can let it meet, or forearm parallel toward one another. Remember, your knees can also carry weight. If carry weight with your feet is too much right at the beginning. So you need to also check the tension around your neck and your shoulder. I don't want you to challenge yourself until this part is kind of over tense. Take it down a notch and don't let that happen, okay? Or you can go in and out. Yeah, this is a little bit too much for me right now. When you tie the pose, feel a lot heavier. When you come back to this pose again, and when you're loosening up, feel more loosening up, it will feel lighter. And go down to your belly and your chest. Okay, rock your hips side to side. Now from here, we're gonna go into Dolphin Pose, and I want you to use the Dolphin Pose to stretch the chest, stretch your hamstring and your calf muscles further. Remember, your hand can be in either triangle or parallel toward one another. So, forearm dog pose. Don't choose to be in a pose and you're not moving anywhere and you're stuck, okay? That is not gonna help you to stretch further. So be willing to bend the knee, open your legs wider, bend one knee straight, one leg. You're gonna get a greater chances to stretch your calf and your hamstring that way. And each exhale, you send your chest back toward your feet. It's really intense, I know. Keep breathing, keep breathing. And take child's pose, please. Be with the breath. Be with your heartbeat. Calmly quietly. Let this moment show its richness, and you're just there. You don't run away. You don't judge. Embrace it. Here we go. Up onto your hands and knee. Get your right leg off on the floor, left hands off on the floor. Inhale, opening them to the side. We're going to move a little bit faster, back center. Elbow and the knee meet beneath the belly. Exhale, extend 2 more each direction, please. Left hand down, turn your body open to the right, right arms overhead. 1 more. Exhale, facing the floor, right leg forward, lizard pose, body diagonal to the left. Remember, find your depth. And then you go deeper from there with breath. You have any clinking, any tightness that you have to move around, to get them out of your body, just feel free to do that. It's almost like it's no right or wrong as long as you do it safely. And then we are going to hit the hamstring in runner stretch. Left knee down, right leg straight. Standing split, we go back toward the right foot, kick your left leg up. The best you can, stretch long out to the leg and the crown of your head, and then you square the hip, land your left leg back behind you. Warrior 1, please. Once again, don't be still, kind of pump your body with the breath you breathe. You're gonna get better result. Core is in, heart is open, shoulder, arms, wherever it helps you to keep the heart open, do so. Like neck nice and long. Wow, hip flexor. Next exhale, we go hands to the floor. Kick your left leg back, right leg back and up, opening the hip once again. Knees bent, kick it to the left. Remember to keep your shoulders square and push your chest through. When you put your chest through, you stretch your hamstring and your calf of your left leg further. Extend the leg, square the hip, come forward to plank, inhale. 1 push-up. Downward facing dog. Align with the breath, inhale, come to plank. Lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Back bend of your choice. Once again, work with the breath. Don't be still in the pose. Let it make you kind of take a look at your shoulder. Challenge back muscles, your core, mindfully. Couple more breaths, please. Child's pose. Breathe. Let it go. Let it be. Up to your hands and knee. Now left leg and your right arms come off the floor, engage your core. Inhale, opening to the side. Exhale, extend. Beneath the belly, inhale. Exhale, extend. 2 more. Right hand down, body turn to the left and up toward the ceiling. Left side nice and long, more breath. Then we go toward the floor, left leg go forward and to the left. Body diagonal to the right, you adjust yourself well, get yourself into a listed pose. Runner stretch, right knee down. Left leg is the one we are targeting. And just stay right here with yourself. Embrace the richness of the moment. You launch forwards into standing split, right leg go up. Engage your core. And then square the hip, keep your core engaged. Run your right leg to the right a little bit. Warrior 1, your right foot should go into number 2 if you have a clock around you. You know, when you're on your feet, you have more room to actually work with the breath. It's safe to stretch your hip flexor, I think, in these feet on the ground pose, but it requires a lot of energy to even just hold yourself up. That's why you're getting tired very quickly. But know that those tiredness is not even last. Your heart just becomes stronger and pump more energy into your body. Hands come down to the floor. Kick your left leg back and up. Opening the hips, bend the knee. Make sure your wrists and your fingers are really aligned well in downward facing dog, okay? Extend the legs, square the hip, come forward to plank. Inhale. You're gonna do 1 push-up for me. Downward facing dog. Come forward to plank. Inhale. Now we do Chaturanga Dandasana. Pick your back bend. Stay here, find your breath, find your breath. You see if the first choice is the right choice. If not, move elsewhere. Downward facing dog, please. Right leg forward to warrior 3. Pick your option. We're not going to be here very long. Warrior 2. Land your left leg back behind you. Reverse warrior. Trikonasana, triangle. Please grab blocks that you need. Don't overfight the pose, okay, and the muscles. Go there gradually. You don't need it, you don't have to use it. And carefully square your chest and your hip to the floor. Step your left leg forward, Uttanasana. Your flow is here. Inhale, lengthening the spine. or rest chaturanga. I'll step back to plank first. Okay. Finish your flow. Down dog or child's pose. Breathe. Make room for that challenge. If you cannot, honoring it, just being quiet and let it be. Be in that contentment of your own breath. Left leg forward, warrior 3. Or maybe take it down a notch. Like sometimes you just ask so much from yourself so fast, so quickly. That is also another gratitude action. Yeah. Warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Left arms up, ribs is in. Remember, left hand have options. Trikonasana, triangle. Adjust the width of the legs. Make sure the choice you pick, you feel really good about it. Step forward, Uttanasana. Feet hip distance apart. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Chins in, thighs out. Exhale, bow. Inhale, lengthen the spine forward. Exhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. You know the arm doesn't have to be up. Yeah, the pose calling for that. But if your shoulder blade cannot go back, maybe it's better to move your arm elsewhere because it's a lot of work on your legs already. Like you don't want to really jeopardize your shoulder. Yep. As I told you in Warrior 1, I don't care where your arms landed as long as you can get your heart to open. That's actually a better practice for me. Core in. Stand nice and tall. Inhale. Uttanasana. Exhale. Your flow is here. Go for it. And we meet back in down dog or child's pose, please. May you take dolphin pose and once again work more in everything that you can feel and can move. Maybe stretch your chest at the same time as you stretch your calf. Or one, but not the other. If you cannot work the leg and the chest at the same time, you can choose the chest first by keep both of your knees bent. And you're gonna get into that shoulder blades onto your back and move your chest back. Much easier. No tension in your neck and your jaw. Forearm plank pose. Yeah, see, it feels a lot better. Still not easy. I'm going to take you the forearm side plank on the right first, so right forearms on the floor. Diagonally to the left a little bit. It's going to make it easier for you to balance on the side. Like, oh yeah. Carefully come down by facing your chest and your belly to the floor. Have your right knee supporting you first. Yep. And then step your left leg forward. And then we go into the twist again with the back leg straight or not. Okay. Left arms up. Exhale, turn your chest to the floor. Now we do our Vasisthasana side plank regularly on the palms. options, your legs. Option. Pick the option for your legs. Yeah. And carefully facing the floor, step your left leg forward. Pyramid pose. Go as deep as you can. Inhale, move up and away from your left leg. You step your right leg further. You get your left knees on the floor. We come upright with the trunk and we stretch the hip flexor by bend the knee and hold the foot with the hand. If you cannot hold the back foot, you can do low lunge. Okay? You stretch the same muscles, you get the same benefit, and you get a better benefit because your body can handle it. Next exhale, we let go. We are twisting again. This time we use the elbow outside of the left knee, hands in prayer. Make the twist tighter. Parivitta Patsavakonasana. Oh yeah, get into the back muscle much deeper, especially when you're ready. If it's not, you use the one that right hand's on the floor, left arm's up to the sky. That's good. And then untwist. Kick your left leg back and up, opening the hips back. Kick it to the right. Chest move back. Extend the leg, square the hip, come forward to plank, knee to the nose, round your back up toward the sky. Inhale. Kick it back and up. 2 more. Last one. And then flow or rest, please. Plank pose. Inhale. Chaturanga Danurasana. Exhale. Pick your back bend. You can even do Danurasana if you want to. You can even do one leg Danurasana and do your left leg first. Yeah. Or Lotus pose. Or Sphinx pose. Then down dog or child's pose, please. From here, we go into our forearm plank pose on the left, right? So you have to get yourself closer to the floor, and you can crawl forward. Remember that your left forearm, you diagonal to the right slightly. It's going to help to make the foundation have a greater point on the floor, and then you turn sideways. Okay. Anything that flows in the air, which means your right arm, your right leg, they can be used to do anything that, you know, it makes you feel good, it makes you have purpose, it makes you enjoy the richness in the moment, and it doesn't destroy the foundation on the bottom, of course. And then when you're facing the floor, if you can bend your knee at first, and you have your right hand to supporting you, you get your right foot forward and you flip, have your left knee down, yeah, and slowly push off from the floor, left hand supporting you, right leg go forward. Then we can go into the twisting poses, right? standing split. I don't know what pose come first. And pyramid pose. Inhale, move your chest up and away from the floor. Bend your right knee. Step your left leg back further. Have your left knee on the floor. And then hold your left foot with the hand. Square the hip, root your tailbone down. Lift your heart up. We go from here to Parivrtta Pasavakonasana, so your twist. Once again, it's going to be a little deeper. Remember, get into the twist first, which means you might have to bring your left knee on the floor if that is the case. Some of you can do it with your left leg straight. Great. But what I'm trying to do is, may your twist be your primary and your stability be kind of secondary. This one is a lot tighter. I'd rather go deep into twisting. And you just be able to really draw your core up and away from that right thigh too. And then when you untwist, side plank is on your left this time. Okay. And then facing the floor. I think I missed a pose. Kick your right leg back and up, opening the hips, bend the knee, kick it to the left. But I don't know which one. Extend the legs, square the hip, come to plank with the knee to the nose. Inhale. Round your back up to the sky, kick it back and up. 2 more. Last one. Come forward to plank. Chaturanga Dandasana all the way to the floor. Let's do Eka Pada Bikasana. So we're going to hold the right leg first. So left forearm parallel to the floor. Parallel to the front edge of the mat, sorry. Other side. If you feel anything at all in your lower back, you may have to engage your core more, and you may have to get away from get out from the stretch a little bit. Right? Find your core and keep your core engaged, and then work the stretch. Yeah. Don't suffer the lower back pain. It should not really be there when you do this. Maybe you have to lower the strength of the pose a little bit to get away from it. And carefully let go and rest, please. On your belly, on your forehead, rest on your palm. You can rub your hips side to side. This pose is getting in the lower back much easier, in my opinion, than Cobra, because I feel like the lower back fight that flexion harder. It's harder for them to fight with it. So loosening up by rocking your hips side to side or windshield wiper, it helps. Then from here we do Danurasana, or you can do airplane pose, you can do Lotus pose if you cannot hold your ankle or your feet with your hands, okay? And we're gonna do 5 to 7 breaths. Remember that get your shoulder blades onto your back. And when you kick your feet back into the hands and up, which means you're gonna lift your chest and your legs off on the floor, your core have to become stronger accordingly to the height you give it to your body. If you kick your feet into your hands enough, that is actually give length to the lower back. The chance that you're gonna feel hurt in the lower back will be less. So don't just go up only, go backward with the kick as well. When you're done, you come down and rest, please. It's not a strong, it's not an easy pose. And from here, right leg forward, pigeon pose. Move around until you find your pigeon. Like, don't settle into that feeling that you feel like that just doesn't feel right. You can move around a lot. You can narrow down the ankle of your chin with the front edge of the mat, right? You can come off from the floor more with your trunk by using blocks to help you. When you want to embrace the richness of the moment, you also have to not kind of push too hard from yourself. Have to learn to be in the balance. And carefully inhale, come up and away from the floor. We go here to three-legged dog. And from the three-legged dog, if you can, you go to wide thing, please. If not, please take your half moon pose first, and we meet you there. Okay, so you're gonna flip. If you flip, your right leg is gonna be behind your left leg. Yeah. Where your chest and your hip should be is, I feel like it's more diagonal to the left than facing the sky completely. And you're gonna get into that curve much, 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 much stronger. Remember, weight go back. And then we meet our friends in half moon pose. So the right leg go forward. Half moon, when you're there already and you're there longer, you feel like you want to rest, you take Trikonasana. And then we meet in pyramid pose from here. So you step your left leg back. Okay. Left foot point to 11 o'clock, right foot to 12, and then you bow down. And we go from here to Parivrtta Trikonasana. So we are twisting now with this leg set up. So your Left hand is going to be on the floor, anywhere from the inside to on top of your right foot or the outside of the foot. Height can be helpful. You need to check with your right groin, which means your belly kind of almost on top of it. You don't want it to be gripped. You don't want anything to sag on it. You should be able to feel the lift in your core and length. Right arm is the last thing for you to worry. So the belly on top of your right thigh is there. It should not just put everything on that. You should be able to lift and feel that lift of your core up and away from that right thigh. It may not be a lot, but it should be somewhat. Not at all, everybody. And then you untwist, pivot to the left. Open your legs apart. Hold your elbow. Dangling your body side to side. And you turn to the back of the mat and do pigeon on your second side. Breathe. Just keep embracing your full breath. Inhale, come up and away from the floor. Three-legged dog with your left leg kick back and up and opening the knee. And you have option from here to flip into wide thing or just go right to your half moon pose, please. Danurasana. In wide thing, open your pec major. Push your weight back toward your right foot as much as you can. If you need more space, just make your right leg further back. If you need less space, make your right leg come closer to your hands. Right. And then when you're ready, you flip. Be wide with the space that you work with. And do half moon with the friend. If you do half moon already, you want to rest, take Uttanasana, please. And then we meet one another in pyramid pose. Parivritta Trikonasana, revolve triangle. I know that I'm gonna use block, or I'm gonna try to, give myself an easier version for my body first. If it feels like I can do it harder, then I can take the blocks away, which means it's less room and I have to really work my core more. It feels right. Yeah. Your belly is going to the floor while your chest is go up to the sky. Is really tough, everybody. And long spine. And carefully bend the left knee, turn to the ground, and keep pivoting to the right. Once again, come into this wide leg spread, and then you dangling right here. You can bend your knees more if you need to. And breathe. You have time to maybe adjust your hair, massage your neck. Never forget that where you are is in the moment and within the connection of your breath. Okay. And here we go, goddess pose. Heels in, toes up. Now when you look at the pose, look at what is it about this pose that allow me to like stretch what muscles? Like I don't want you to kind of strike a pose and you don't ask yourself what is the benefit from doing this pose. And you can kind of cut something out of the pose and focus on maybe just one part or two, because that part of the muscles are much tighter, right? So like right now I can feel my adductor is tight, so I'm not worried about my arms yet. And when you're ready to add, then you do, or you do something else. And carefully, we're gonna come up standing. So carefully, kind of straight your leg to the point that you feel safe to heel toe your feet in. And you come to Tadasana. Yeah. Oh, let me see the term. Chins in, thighs out, hips back, root your tailbone down, and length all the way out to the crown of your head. Spread your toes. Ground your big toe and your little toe to the floor. The rest, you're just going to let them go wherever from that strength of your big toe and your little toes. And also, you have to do it in the balance action. How about we do tree pose, right leg first. Get into your inseams of your left leg and you have your thighs and your right foot toward one another. And take the arms wherever you want it to be. When you find length through the spine, remember that you need to ground all the way to your standing legs. Okay, ribs is in, heart is open, hips stay back slightly. Change side, please. And change sides again. See if you can do half moon pose, half lotus instead of tree pose. If it doesn't work, do tree instead. You can try to start by bringing your right leg up, okay? And then you bend your left knee, the standing legs a lot, and get the little toe side edge of your right foot into your left elbow crease. And you, yeah. Then when your left knee is bent at first, and then you start to straight. I'm gonna go sideways. Your left leg back up, but you move your hip back. Yeah, and then straight the legs back up. And point your right knee down and to the right. Yeah, you're gonna get a chance to get into the locust pose much easier, but then you have to correct the upper body. So you root your tailbone down, lift the spine up, and then you're gonna feel your knee and your ankle joint start to talk to you, and it feels too much, and you can bend your left knee and then just stop and you kind of tell yourself maybe it's not safe if you cannot straighten the leg completely. Okay. Because if your right knees go to the right a lot and this right foot doesn't go up to the groin, Switch leg, please. It's better to take tree pose and feel completely safe. Yeah? I'm going to show you again. You bend your right knees a lot. This is going to help the knee and the ankle of your left. So you get it. Kind of snuggle into the groin, and then you straight your right leg back and really push your hip back. You're going to feel you can get into that half lotus. But then if you correct your body by rooting your tailbone down and lift your heart up, then the tightness of that muscles on the legs and the hip will maybe work your joint too much. If it's not you good, you can do half lotus, tree pose. If it's too much, get away from it, okay? Yeah. And let go. Swing the body side to side. And from here, we're going to take ourselves down to our back. Have the blocks ready. Let's work our hip joints once again. Circle your knees. It's so good to loosen up the muscles around the head of the femur and change the direction, please. Happy baby. We need to move the receiver. You let your left leg go, and you're going to work your right leg by kicking it to the right. Use a strap now if you have to. And you work your left leg, either knees bent or straight, okay? Bring it up toward the ceiling. Right ankle above your left knee and drop your figure four to the left. Right shoulder to the floor. Close your eyes. Now, like most of your body is supported, you can kind of massage yourself, rub your face, massage your arms if it feels right. Or just lie still and be a part of the gravity. Let it work the pose with your own breath. Inhale, come up and away from the floor. Left leg, please, this time. Supta, Uttita Hasta Padangustasana, so you kick your left leg to the left. Pull it toward your shoulder. So this is your abductor stretch. It's actually, I feel, so much harder than when you do it seated. Just because, one leg is gone one side, and you have to really work to stabilize your hips. So if you're really tight, you have a lot to fight with. Be grateful. Up toward the ceiling. Left ankle above your right knee and drop it to the right. Come back up center, grab a block, put it underneath your sacrum, and we're dangling the legs up toward the ceiling. Adjust the arms and close your eyes. You can put the legs against the wall if you feel that is a better option for your body. And allow the breath to nurture you, to bring you again and again to this moment. And you be grateful of how good you feel right now. Shavasana.